Beloved, listen closely, because what I am about to share with you may explain years of unanswered prayers in your life. Picture this. A young woman once cried out the name of Jesus with every ounce of strength inside her. Her voice trembled. Her heart pounded. Her tears fell like rain. But nothing happened. The darkness that surrounded her did not lift. The problem she faced did not move. The miracle she expected did not come. And she whispered to herself, "Lord, why is your name not working for me?" Child of God, have you ever asked that question? Have you ever reached a point where you called the name of Jesus, but heaven felt silent? Let me take you into her story. She lived in a small, quiet town. Everyone believed she was strong, always smiling, always encouraging, always praying for others. But behind closed doors, she carried a battle that no one saw. For months, she had been experiencing strange spiritual attacks. Nightmares that left her trembling. Voices whispering fear into her heart. A heaviness that followed her everywhere, morning, noon, and night. One night, the attack intensified in a way she had never experienced. Her room grew cold. Her lamps flickered. Her body felt paralyzed. A dark presence filled the air like choking smoke. She tried to pray, but no words came out. She tried to scream, but her voice froze in her throat. With the last ounce of strength left inside her, she forced one word out of her mouth. Jesus. But the darkness did not break. The heaviness did not lift. The voice did not flee. She cried louder, "Jesus!" Still, nothing happened. Instead of deliverance, she felt fear grow even stronger. She wondered, why is his name not working? Why is God silent? Why am I calling and nothing is changing? Child of God, many believers secretly face this same crisis. They call on the name of Jesus, but the mountain doesn't move. The enemy doesn't run. The situation doesn't shift. But listen carefully. The Bible gives us deep clues. Acts 19 verse 15 says, "Jesus I know, and Paul I know, but who are you?" This was spoken to men who tried to use the name of Jesus without a relationship, without authority, without alignment. Philippians 2 verse 10 says, "At the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow." But knees only bow when the name is spoken from a heart connected to him. Not from fear, not from religion, not from routine, but from identity. The problem is not the name. The name is powerful. The problem is the connection behind the name. The young woman felt completely abandoned. She cried until her pillow was soaked. She kept whispering the name Jesus, but her voice was weak, her faith was shaking, her heart was tired. At that moment, the enemy whispered to her, "You are not worthy. God has left you. Your prayers mean nothing. Your faith is fake." Her chest tightened. She felt a weight pressing her down, a weight so heavy she thought she would faint. Her Bible lay across the room, but she felt too scared and too weak to reach for it. Her room felt darker by the second. And for the first time in her life, she doubted the power of the name she had trusted since childhood. But suddenly, something rose inside her spirit. A holy anger, a righteous fire, a supernatural boldness she didn't understand. She sat up, lifted her trembling hand, and declared, "I will not call his name out of fear. Again he will call his name because I belong to him." In that moment, everything changed. The atmosphere shifted. The heaviness lifted. The coldness disappeared. The oppressive presence vanished instantly, like smoke blown away by the wind. She felt heat rush through her body. She felt strength return to her bones. She felt her voice grow bold and steady. She spoke again, this time not from panic, but from authority. "Jesus." And the darkness fled. Not because the name is a magic word, but because she finally called it with understanding, identity, and relationship. She realized something powerful. The name she had been shouting in fear needed to be declared in faith. Not as a cry of hopelessness, but as a weapon of authority. Her breakthrough didn't end with her. The next day, she shared her testimony in her church. People wept, hearts softened, families reconciled. Believers who had been cold in prayer suddenly felt fire return. Her story spread throughout the community. People who had been spiritually weak found strength. Men who never prayed before began praying with boldness. Women who had been under long-term oppression felt chains breaking from their lives. Her one moment of revelation ignited a revival in the lives of many. Listen to me, beloved. The girl had no special power. She wasn't better than anyone else. She wasn't more spiritual. What changed was her understanding. She finally realized that calling the name of Jesus without relationship is like having a key that you never insert into the lock. The name of Jesus is not a shout. It is a position. Not a volume. It is a covenant. Not a desperation cry. It is a spiritual identity. There are two ways Christians call his name. From fear, from faith. Fear says, Jesus, save me, I'm dying. Faith says, Jesus, I am yours, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Let me give you another story. A man once told me that demons tormented him every night. He would scream Jesus in panic, but the torment continued. One day a pastor told him, stop shouting his name like a stranger, speak it like a son. That night, when the attack came, he didn't scream. He whispered calmly, Jesus is here. Instantly, the atmosphere changed. Peace filled the room. The oppression left. And from that night forward, he slept like a child. Not because he shouted louder, but because he believed deeper. Child of God, hear this truth clearly. Here is what most Christians never understand. The name of Jesus works through relationship, not repetition. You can call his name many times, and nothing will happen. If your heart is filled with fear instead of faith, you can shout Jesus and still remain bound. If you don't understand the authority you carry as a child of God. But when you call his name with revelation, with surrender, with identity, with confidence, with intimacy, everything changes. Demons flee, fear breaks, chains fall, mountains move, atmospheres shift, miracles ignite. Beloved, listen to this final truth. The name of Jesus is not weak. The power of God has not decreased. Heaven is not silent. God has not abandoned you. Sometimes, it is not the name that lacks power, it is the heart that lacks alignment. So from today forward, don't call his name in panic. Don't call his name in doubt. Don't call his name as a last resort. Call his name with confidence. Call his name with faith. Call his name with understanding. Call his name as a child who knows the Father hears. And when you do, you will see mountains crumble, storms calm, enemies flee, and miracles rise in your life. Because when a believer understands the authority behind the name of Jesus, nothing can stand against them.